Right now, the majority of the state is under an extreme risk for wildfires. We'll hear from the DNR and the National Guard on what they're watching.
Also, Senator Tammy Baldwin announcing her plans today if she will run for a third term in 2024.
And later, Wisconsinites get the opportunity to tell lawmakers what they want to see in the state budget. Welcome to News 3 Now at 6. A large developing wildfire just outside of Necedah tonight underscores Wisconsin's state of emergency declared today.
DNR public maps report the fire has burned more than 123 acres and has destroyed structures. And just moments ago, we confirmed on the phone with the National Guard that they have 2 Blackhawks responding to the scene right now. We have a crew heading out there and we'll bring you the latest information as it is made available.
And this comes as the governor declared a state of emergency because of that elevated fire risk. That emergency allows the National Guard to respond to fires like this one.
The National Guard doesn't normally fight fires as part of its duties, but this state of emergency changes all that.
Armand Rahman spoke to a pilot just this afternoon to find out what this looks like for them. Armand?
Eric and Charlotte, the state of emergency prioritizes firefighting missions over anything else the National Guard has going on. They're at the ready for a call from the DNR, just like the one they're responding to in Juneau County. Now that the emergency's been activated, 2 Blackhawk helicopters outfitted with fire buckets and 2 crews are on standby from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Typically, they're just called in to help with firefighting efforts.
We will usually deploy water buckets and move water places in coordination with the firefighting teams on the ground. We can also move people. We've moved firefighters before to get them from one spot to maybe another spot that's harder to get to.
Captain Meredith Porter is with the Assault Helicopter Battalion, which focuses on moving people and equipment around. Fire buckets are part of their annual training rotations. And Captain Porter was one of the crew members who supported the 220,000-acre Calder fire in California back in 2021.
Armand, thank you. And with red flag warnings in effect for much of the state, several local municipalities and communities are announcing temporary burn bans in an effort to mitigate the risk. As of today, these areas have posted burn bans, suspending any burn permits until it's lifted. The warning in effect until 8 tonight. Anyone, even in those in areas without full burn bans in effect, should avoid any burning if possible. For more details, head to channel3000.com. So now for more on the weather that's fueling all this, let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Gary Canaldi.
Well, Eric, it's the perfect storm. We have warm conditions, we have dry air, and strong winds. Now, a red flag warning remains in effect until 8 p.m. for high fire danger through all of southern Wisconsin. As we get through the evening hours and the temperatures start to drop, that actually allows the humidity to increase a little bit and lessens the fire danger. But already, red flag warnings have been issued south of Wisconsin, parts of northwestern Illinois and eastern Iowa for tomorrow. And there's a fire weather watch for similar conditions across all of southern Wisconsin from 11 a.m. until 8 p.m. tomorrow. So we could go through this all over again. Visible cloud track. Not a cloud across Wisconsin right now. It is that dry. High temperatures so far today: Madison 82, Janesville 82, La Crosse hit 90 degrees, 87 in Boscobel, and very warm conditions continue. It's 81 in Madison. Our temperature's actually gone up a degree in the last hour. La Crosse still at 90 degrees. Here in Dane County, 80 degrees right now in Belleville, 81 in Deerfield, and 82 in Middleton. But the problem is that we've got strong winds. We're seeing wind gusts 25 to 30 miles per hour and relative humidities between about 20 and 30%. Again, those will rise a little bit as temperatures start to fall later on this evening. Otherwise, look for those temperatures to only drop to about 67 by late evening. Later on, I'll take a look at our prospects for setting a record high temperature for tomorrow and when this dry weather and warm weather will end.
Gary, thank you. Now stay up to date on the weather with our First Warn Forecast weather app. Your hourly forecast, road conditions, latest radar. You can download it for free in your phone's app store. Just search WISC weather.
All eastbound lanes of the Beltline near Greenway Boulevard are open again after a dump truck rolled over, pouring dirt all over the road this morning. The Wisconsin DOT says the crash happened a little after 10:30. Multiple emergency crews were seen responding to the crash. The Beltline reopened a little less than 2 hours after the initial crash, and no word on if anyone was injured.
Tonight, a candlelight vigil will be held up in Barron County in honor of 2 northwestern Wisconsin police officers who were killed in the line of duty. Chautauqua police officer Emily Breidenbach and Cameron officer Hunter Scheel died last Saturday when a traffic stop escalated into a shooting. A visitation and funeral services will also be held Saturday afternoon After the service, police honors will be conducted.
In Lafayette County, a man is under arrest for allegedly stabbing a woman last night. Authorities received a 911 call reporting a 59-year-old woman had been cut with a knife in a home on Railroad Street in Argyle. Crews found the woman with a slash across her neck and multiple stab wounds. She was hospitalized and is now in stable condition. Deputies arrested a 32-year-old man at the scene who is now facing tentative homicide charges.
A Madison man is formally charged with attempted first-degree intentional homicide following a shooting outside of a bar last weekend. Keontae Jackson was charged in Dane County Court this afternoon. In addition to attempted homicide charges, Jackson is also being charged for possessing a firearm as a felon. A cash bond was set at $100,000. Madison police say that an argument inside the bar is what led to the shooting. A 23-year-old man was shot in the chest. Two officers who were in the area at the time are being credited with saving the victim's life. Jackson is scheduled for a preliminary hearing on April 19th.
Democrat Senator Tammy Baldwin is running for a third term. Baldwin was first elected to the Senate in 2012 and won re-election in 2018 by 11 percentage points. The Madison native made the announcement today saying there is so much at stake in 2024, including reproductive rights and inflation.
Wisconsinites need somebody who's on their side fighting for them, lowering prices, creating good paying jobs, and helping people upskill to fill jobs that are open right now.
Baldwin is also the first openly gay member of the U.S. Senate. So far, no Republican challengers have entered the race. The rubber meets the road today in the state budget process.
The legislature's powerful Joint Finance Committee traveling the state to hear what people want in the next two-year budget. Political reporter Will Keneally was at one of their stops earlier today and has more. Will?
Eric and Charlotte, these listening sessions give Wisconsinites the opportunity to make their voices heard in the state's next two-year budget. And across the board, we heard a common theme: increased funding for education.
Education funding has been a clear priority historically, continues to be.
And that was echoed by constituents too, who testified at a joint finance listening session in the Dells. The question will be just how much funding will go to schools in the next 2 years. Governor Evers proposed spending what he calls the largest increase to K-12 education in his budget draft. But Republicans say they are largely starting from scratch with it.
I talked to some of my district administrators just a few minutes ago. They're smart people. They fully understand that we'll end up somewhere in between.
Well, I'm hopeful that my Republican colleagues will listen to what we've heard, which is overwhelmingly people want our public schools to be funded so that our kids all have the freedom to learn.
The other key point up for debate: how much the state will provide funding to municipalities.
The cost of services rise each year by about 2.5%, while our revenues lag behind at 1%. And costs are continuously growing 3 times the rate of revenues, and that is just for the cost to continue our current services.
We should not be putting our local communities in a position where they are not able to fund our basic core public services: police, fire, libraries, parks, clean water.
But a lot of things are still in flux. The committee will take what they hear and begin writing a finalized budget.
That decision probably won't be made for the next 4 or 5 weeks, maybe 6 weeks till we get into that.
So as the senator says, if you still want to weigh in on the state budget, you still have some time to contact your legislator. Whatever the finalized budget will be will get broken down into a series of votes over the next few months. Reporting from the Capitol, Will Keneally, News 3 Now.
Will, thank you. State DNR Secretary Adam Payne says he plans to bring a finalized wolf management plan to a vote in October. Late last year, the DNR released a draft of its first new wolf management plan in almost 25 years. The draft erases the current 350 animal population goal, recommending instead that the department work with local advisory committees on whether local packs should grow or be reduced. The DNR estimates the statewide wolf population to be around 1,000. A Madison Alder race that came down to just one vote at a recount today, and right now the race has just concluded in a tie. So the Madison City Clerk posted this on Twitter after the recount between Noah Lieberman and Isidore Knox Jr. ended with the exact same amount of votes. The candidates' names were then placed into a bag, and the original losing candidate Knox's name was pulled out. So he will be sworn in on April 18th.
Talk about every vote counting.
Yeah, who knew that that's how they solved it either.
Right. Well, coming up, the Overture Center gives the community an opportunity to save some lives.
Plus, new data from the CDC reveals some concerning trends about pregnancy in the U.S. We'll be right back.
This is Kathy. She's about to see her dentist. She's afraid. Not because of the drill, but because of the bill. A big bill. But Kathy doesn't need to be afraid, and neither do you, thanks to affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company. It's easy to get this coverage. Don't believe me? Call or go online for all the details. You could even have this free information kit. This isn't a discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance. It helps pay for over 400 procedures. That's a lot. I'm talking cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, even dentures. Bottom line, you'll have help paying for routine care and expensive major work. But if you want deductibles, forget it. There aren't any. No annual maximum either. Plus, you can see any dentist you want. Stop fearing the big bill. Start saving at the dentist. Call now or go to sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
All right, team, we got a big project coming up. And it all starts with ordering promotional products.
I'm on it. 4imprint makes it easy to get the logoed products you're looking for. The latest in apparel, drinkware, bags, high-tech items, and more. You can be certain of getting it right at 4imprint.com.
Come on out. I'm on it.
4imprint for certain.
It's Steinhaffel's Best Brands, Best Prices event. The best time to save big and get the furniture you've been waiting for. You'll find amazing savings on all the best brands. We have something for every style and every budget. And with Steinhaffel's special 72-month financing, your new room just got even more affordable. Shop the Best Brands, Best Prices sale only at Steinhaffel's and steinhaffels.com. Relax, it's Steinhaffel's.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
Welcome back. The American Red Cross holding an annual blood drive at Overture Center today. Those who donated received a promotional code for up to 25% off select shows. Donors were also entered into a raffle for a chance to win a pair of tickets to the Mayhem Poets on May 5th. Also, from now until April 23rd, the Red Cross is giving donors an exclusive American Red Cross and Peanuts t-shirt featuring Snoopy as Joe Cool.
According to the CDC, less Americans are getting pregnant. The U.S. pregnancy rate fell over the past decade. In 2019, 5.5 million women were pregnant, down from just over 6 million in 2010. During that time frame, unintended pregnancy fell 15% and abortions became less common, but pregnancy loss became more common. About 20% of pregnancies in 2019 resulted in miscarriage, ectopic pregnancy, stillbirth, or fetal death. Vice President Kamala Harris will hold an interagency task force meeting on reproductive rights at the White House. It comes as the Biden administration is set to propose a new rule aimed at protecting the privacy of women seeking abortion. The policy would prohibit the disclosure of protected health information by regulated entities such as health insurance companies, providers, and others, specifically in regards to an investigation against a person who either seeks, obtains, or provides reproductive services.
When we come back, setup for the Union Terrace almost complete. Find out what else needs to be done.
Also, Dane County Humane Society has some new members waiting for a forever home after avoiding disaster down south.
Plus, we could see more record high temperatures tomorrow. Gary's back with his complete forecast after the break.
Get an extra 20% off during our Spring Spruce Up event. Right now at Slumberland Furniture, get this Ashley sofa for just $3.99 in your choice of 2 colors. Incredible! Did you know Slumberland has the lowest prices on Ashley product?
When an appliance you rely on goes kaput, you can count on family-owned Brothers Maine, Southern Wisconsin's local appliance authority since 1938. With thousands of in-stock options, we have the brands you want at the lowest prices guaranteed. Even big box can't beat our prices. Our experienced team of appliance experts will help you make the right selection, and we deliver it fast and free to your home. What you need when you need it. Shop appliances you can bring home today at our Madison and Janesville showrooms. Feel like family. Brothers Maine.
It's Hy-Vee's BOGO sale. One day only this Thursday. Buy one 7-Up 6-pack, get one free. Buy one, get one free on a 2-entree Hy-Vee Chinese meal. Buy one, get one free on Hormel pepperoni. Buy one, get one free on Tyson Anytizers or strips. Buy one, get one free on Bar S Franks. And buy one 18-count of Bakery Fresh mini cookies, get one free. Don't miss Hy-Vee's BOGO sale this Thursday, only at Hy-Vee.
Stay powered up with Generac inverters, portable generators, and whole house generators at Menards. Don't miss the free 10-year warranty on qualified whole house generators now. Plus, save an additional 11%. Save an additional $676.17 on this home standby generator. Get hot water when you need it with Richmond water heaters. With energy-efficient models and tankless options to choose from, you'll find the perfect solution for your needs. Richmond water heaters are all 11% off.
Save big money at Menards.
Cheers.
Cheers.
To your big promotion.
And to your new house.
I know. What? I guess you had to move fast in this market.
Right? Best thing I did was get a pre-approval from Summit. Once I knew my budget, I only looked at homes I could make a serious offer on.
And how's construction going on your place?
1 month left.
Must be stressful.
Actually, no. I'm working with Summit too, and they've been great about answering all my questions and guiding me along. It's been easy.
Whether you're building or buying a home, Summit Credit Union is here to help.
Sleeping in pain or too hot? Come to Slumberland and get 20% off mattresses. Find your perfect mattress with our easy rating system and save big. Get a Sealy Queen mattress for just $4.99. Only at Slumberland.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
Dane County Humane Society welcomed 5 dogs this morning from tornado wreckage down in Arkansas.
The Bissell Pet Foundation facilitates dog transfers nationwide when disaster strikes, leaving our Andrew Banstra with 5 new friends. So, Andrew, did you take any of them home with you?
Almost, but it's probably a good thing I didn't. I already have 2 as it is. Now, they did take my heart, though. These animals have been through the ringer after tornadoes stuck them in a van and had them move across the country. But trust me, they're in good shape with the Dane County Humane Society.
Well, our journey starts actually in Athens, Tennessee. That's where our vans are. That's where our boss is located. We load up our vans with all the crates, and this journey took us to Arkansas.
When disaster strikes, Bissell, yes, the vacuum company, springs into action, facilitating dog transfers nationwide.
This is Melanie.
This morning, Dane County Humane Society received
It's very personable.
5 new furry friends.
We went to pick up the displaced dogs from the tornadoes they had recently, and then brought them first load to Milwaukee, and then finished off here.
These aren't dogs that were found after the Arkansas tornadoes.
Thank you.
These are dogs that are coming from an Arkansas shelter that's trying to free up kennels.
We are opening our doors to help bring animals that were already in the shelters in Arkansas so they can have room to hold those animals that they find roaming around after the tornadoes so they have a better chance of reuniting them with their families.
DCHS told me if they could, they would have taken more than just 5 dogs, and I can't blame them. But tomorrow, they have 20 more pups arriving from Texas.
And the reason we can only open our doors to 5 is because we have had so many transfers recently. We had 2 last week. We're receiving another one tomorrow.
It's dirty work hauling dozens of dogs cross country, but Margaret says there's nothing she'd rather be doing.
There's always a favorite on the run, but I haven't taken any home. My husband won't allow that.
Dane County Humane Society is not funded by the government. They're able to take in animals because of what they call their incredible community, who hope that you adopt these dogs when they become available.
Well, the waiting is over at the Union Terrace as the iconic Sunburst chairs were put out today. The tables had already been set up the previous days. In all, a total of 2,000 chairs and more than 400 tables are available all around the terrace. The union also says the brat stand will open back up on Friday. And the weather today couldn't be any better for relaxing outside. Here's Gary with your complete forecast.
It was downright warm today and also windy. Did we set a record? Not for a high temperature today, but that could happen tomorrow. Looking for a forecast high of 80 degrees. The record high for tomorrow, 78, set back in 1938. So that certainly is within reach. We probably will set a record. We'll make it official after midnight tonight for the warmest low temperature for today. We only dropped to 60 degrees and the previous record, 56 degrees. Unless we fall below that before midnight, which I don't think we will, that will certainly be in jeopardy. So again, record-breaking warmth for tomorrow with high temperatures around 80. It also will be dry though, and windy or breezy, and with low humidity that could lead to high wildfire danger again for tomorrow. Then showers and thunderstorms as we head into Saturday will probably cause the fire threat to go away, but it also will take care of the colder temperature. It'll also take care of the warm weather, and will turn colder at the end of the week. Low humidity, less than 25%. That's one of the criteria for a red flag warning. They're very rare, but we have one right now. Winds of at least 15 miles per hour. We're stronger than that. Dry or dead fuels, that means, the brown grass. We really haven't started the growing season, so there's not a lot of green out there. And fire could spread quickly in situations like this. Just a simple spark could all of a sudden get a wildfire going that could cover several acres. And that red flag warning continues for all of southern Wisconsin for tomorrow, or actually for tonight until 8 p.m. And then you can see we'll widen this out. We're not the only area that's under that red flag warning. It runs basically from eastern Colorado all the way through Iowa, southern Wisconsin, northern Illinois, and eastward into parts of New England where wildfires have been going on today. Look at these current temperatures: 81 Madison, Minneapolis 88, 91 in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Temperatures are in the upper 80s and lower 90s through much of the Central Plains, but the dew point temperatures are low. They're mainly in the 40s with some 30s farther to the north and west. You factor those together. This is the relative humidity: 29% in Madison, 26% in Des Moines, only 17% in Hill City, Kansas. At least as the temperatures cool down, the humidity level, or the humidity percentage, will increase a little bit, but you can see on Weather Track the absence of clouds or any kind of precipitation anywhere near here. So red flag warning in effect until 8 p.m. for all of southern Wisconsin, and a fire weather watch for tomorrow from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. could go through the same thing again for tomorrow. Planning your night across Dane County: low 57 in Oregon, 55 Mount Vernon, 57 in Sauk City with clear skies. Across the rest of southern Wisconsin: 57 in Wautoma, 57 in Fond du Lac. And then for tomorrow, mostly sunny skies, breezy, unseasonably warm. That high temperature of 80 would break a record. And as we look at the first warned 7 to 10 day forecast, upper 70s for Friday and mid 70s for Saturday, although showers and thunderstorms on Saturday will give way to much cooler weather on Sunday. High only 47, and rain showers on Sunday could mix with a few flakes of snow Sunday night into Monday morning before they come to an end. Monday, windy and chilly, but those temperatures warm back up again for the middle and latter parts of next week, with some thunderstorm chances about Friday of next week.
All right, Gary, and take a look at these photos just into our newsroom of the massive wildfire in Juneau County. As we reported at the top of the show, we have a team heading to that area right now. We know that it has destroyed multiple structures there. 2 National Guard Black Hawk helicopters are responding to this fire, as well as a number of other agencies. Stay tuned to channel3000.com for more on this developing story.
And coming up in sports, Tanner Mordecai is already making his mark with the Badgers. How the transfer quarterback turned into one of the team leaders in just a couple of months. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
You and running have been together for a while now. Fact is, so has Morgan's Good Form Running. Every run is more than just a run. It's about finding oneself. Movement in a new pair of Hokas is good magic. Gear up today at Morgan's Good Form Running. Buy a pair of Hokas and experience the difference. Why run when you can fly?
Experience the comfort and style of Hoka. Visit us here today at Morgan's Good Form Running.
Morgan's Good Form Running, Hilldale.
Fry Construction invites you to celebrate spring with our big spring thaw sale. We're talking about savings of 23%. Many of your neighbors already know how we strive to meet and exceed expectations with each and every project. That's why they voted us Best Roofer 3 years in a row. Experience the best of Madison for yourself with Fry Construction. Get on board with our spring thaw sale. Save 23% off gutters or insulation with any full roofing project. Schedule your consultation today at fryconstruction.com.
What's your lawn care plan for the summer? Having a Maple Leaf lawn care maintenance program means a better looking lawn and more free time for you. Check our website for special discounts and leave the yard work to Maple Leaf, your year-round property care experts.
All right, team, we got a big project coming up. And it all starts with ordering promotional products.
I'm on it. 4imprint makes it easy to get the logoed products you're looking for. The latest in apparel, drinkware, bags, high-tech items, and more. You can be certain of getting it right at 4imprint.com.
Come on out. I'm on it.
4imprint for
McGann Furniture and Flooring in Baraboo, we know that hardworking people want the most value for their money. At McGann's, we've already sorted out and selected the brands that we feel offer you the most bang for your buck. From young couples to senior citizens, we offer a huge selection at prices that will fit your budget. And remember, at McGann's, we don't raise prices only to lower them later for a sale. Discover the difference at McGann Furniture and Flooring, downtown Baraboo.
How would you like to improve your vision for the low, low price of free?
Josh Sprider previews an event in the 608 offering an eye-opening deal.
Yeah, it looks like this warm weather will come to an end with a cold front and some rain this weekend. Join us tomorrow between 4:30 and 7.
Guys here are very hungry to win. This Wisconsin football has always been a winning culture, and these guys are dying to hold that standard upright.
Is it September 2nd yet? Powerful words from Tanner Mordecai, who, if the season started tomorrow, would be Wisconsin's starting quarterback. Mordecai arrived in Madison in January, learned the culture and history of the program, and then won over his teammates. In just 4 months, he went from being a talented transfer QB to one of the leaders in the Badger locker room. And offensive coordinator Phil Longo is a huge fan of the veteran signal caller's approach.
Day one that Tanner's been here, he's acted like the starter. You know, he's shown up. There's no ego. He's very humble, and there's no disrespect towards the other guys. But he's been a starter for 2 years. He's a veteran. He carries himself that way.
I'm proud that these guys would call me a leader since I haven't been here long. But you know, I think they understand my work ethic and how much this game and this culture and winning matters to me.
Badger softball continues to trend upward. Wisconsin is currently on a 5-game win streak and have won 7 of their last 8 games. It was a let's play 2-day for Yvette Healy's squad with St. Thomas in town. After a scoreless first inning, the Badgers got hot in the second. Base is loaded for Brooke Kuffel, and she smacks one into the gap to bring home a pair. And that was only part of the scoring. Later in the frame, base is juiced for Skylar Sardashny. And check this out. She drops a blooper into center to clear the bases. Wisconsin scored 9 runs in the second. They'd go on to win 10-0 in 5 innings. Rubber match between the Brewers and Diamondbacks. Jansen Junk starting for the Brewers because Brandon Woodruff was placed on the 15-day IL. And it wasn't the best of starts. Junk gave up 5 runs, including this 3-run bomb in the third on 7 hits in 4 2/3. Brewers fall 7-3, the final.
All right, let's go to Gary. Final check of the forecast.
Yeah, warm out there and clear. There's live view from the Platteville Quimby Radio Skycam. No clouds at all, and no precipitation across southern Wisconsin. Current temperatures right now, Madison 81. We actually went up a degree in the last hour. You can see it's even warmer out to the west. The temperatures mid to upper 80s over southwestern Wisconsin. La Crosse still at 90 degrees. Here in Dane County, everybody at or above 80 degrees, and we're seeing temperatures as warm as 84 in Sauk City. Look for temperatures to only drop into the upper 60s by late evening, and tonight's low only dropping into the upper 50s.
All right, Gary, thank you. Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 6.
Enjoy your evening, and we'll see you back here at 10.